Hello, my dear students. Today we'll start the new topic that is reproduction in humans. We all know that reproduction is an important characteristic of all living organism because reproduction helps in continuation of life on the earth. Without reproduction, life would come to an end. So in this session, we'll discuss the introductory part of reproduction in humans. We'll just have an introduction to this topic. Now before moving on to this topic, we'll understand few important characteristics of humans. Humans are unisexual. What do you understand by unisexual? Uni means one. Having one sex organ in one individual is called as unisexual. That means males will have male gamete, only the male gamete, and the female will have only the female gamete. That means they are unisexual, having only one gamete or the sex organ in them. One individual will have one sex organ. Males will have the male gamete and the females will have the female gamete. The second characteristic humans show, that is they show sexual dimorphism. What is dimorphism? Dimorphism means to appear different. Now male and female, they appear different, isn't it? Male individual is totally different from a female individual. Why they are different? That is because of the sex organs and the hormones produced by them. Now males have different external genital organs. Females also have a different external genital organ, and during puberty the hormones, they produce different characters. Both males have different characters and females have different characters, and due to which they both show sexual dimorphism. So humans show sexual dimorphism. So humans are unisexual and humans show sexual dimorphism. These are the two important characteristics of human beings. What are they? They are unisexual and they show sexual dimorphism. Now, we'll move on to the phases of sexual reproduction in humans. We know that human beings follow sexual reproduction. What is sexual reproduction? In sexual reproduction, two individuals are required. That is a male and a female, means two gametes are required, a male gamete and a female gamete. So, we'll understand the phases of sexual reproduction in humans. We'll just only try to understand the phases, and in details we'll move on afterwards. In this session, we'll only understand the each phases, and in details we'll study afterwards. So the first phase is gametogenesis. What is gametogenesis? Formation of gametes or the sex cells. Now, gametogenesis can be divided into two. That is, in males it is called as spermatogenesis, and in female it is called as oogenesis. Now, spermatogenesis is what? Formation of sperms in male. It is a process of formation of sperms in male. And what is oogenesis? It is the formation of eggs in females. So both the sperms and the eggs are the gametes. So when they are clubbed together, spermatogenesis and oogenesis, when they are clubbed together, they are called as gametogenesis. Is it clear? So why gametogenesis? Because sperm is the male gamete and egg is the female gamete. So spermatogenesis and oogenesis will club together and it will be called as gametogenesis. The second phase is insemination or copulation. Now, in this process, the male gamete will be transferred into the female reproductive tract. Why? So that fertilization can take place. Is it clear? Now, so insemination is a process when male and female come closer and the male transfer its gamete, that is the sperm, into the female body, and this process is called as copulation or insemination. Why this process is done? So that fertilization can take place. Now, third step is the fertilization. Now, fertilization is the process of fusion of the male gamete, that is the sperm, with the female gamete, that is the egg, to produce a single cell which is diploid in nature, and this single cell is called as zygote. Is it clear? So what is fertilization? Fertilization is nothing, simply fusion of male gamete, that is the sperm, with the female gamete, that is the egg, to produce a single cell, and the single cell is diploid in nature and this cell is known as zygote. Now the fourth step is the division phase or the cleavage phase, or it is also called as blastulation. Here the zygote will undergo numerous division to produce a ball of cell called as morula, and this morula will further get divided into blastula and so on. So this process is known as blastulation, the process of production of blastula. How blastula will produce? The zygote will undergo division to produce a ball of cells called as morula, and then morula will change into blastula and so on. Then the next step is implantation. What will happen? Now the growing embryo will get fixed into the walls of the uterus of the female body. Why? To get nourishment from the mother's body. The uterus is going to provide nourishment to the mother, to the growing embryo, and that is why this implantation is very important phase. So the growing embryo will now get embedded into the walls of the uterus of the female body, and this process will be called as implantation. Now we'll move on to this next step. Before moving on to the next phase, let us see the figure of morula and blastula. This is the figure of morula and blastula. So now let us move on to the next phase, and the next phase is placentation. Placentation is the formation of placenta. So what is placenta? Placenta is a disc-like tissue which helps in the which helps in the exchange of gases like oxygen will be provided from the mother body to the growing embryo through placenta, and CO2 will be removed from the embryo into the mother body through placenta. Even the placenta will provide nourishment from the mother body to the embryo, and it will also remove all the waste from the embryo into the mother's body. So placentation is what? Formation of placenta. Placenta is called as placentation, and placenta is a disc-like tissue that connects the embryo with the mother for exchange of gases, nutrition, and to remove waste. Now let us move on to the next phase. The next phase is the formation of 3 germ layers. What is germ layer? Now during embryonic development, the first 3-layered cell is known as germ layer. Is it clear? The primary 3-layered cell is known as germ layer, and these 3 layers are called as ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. The ectoderm is the outer layer, the mesoderm is the middle layer, and the endoderm is the outer layer. Let us see the figure. Now look at the figure. Now in this figure you are able to see the light green is the outer layer, so it is called as ectoderm. The mesoderm is the mesoderm is the red one. The red one is, you see the figure in this, the second figure, the red color is the mesoderm, it is the middle layer, and the light blue is the endoderm, it is the inner layer. So understood? So now in grade 9 you have already studied about diploblast and triploblast. In diploblast 2 germ layers are produced, and triploblast 3 germ layers are produced. So that is by triplo means 3, so they are having 3 germ layers, and diplo means 2. So diploblasts have 2 germ layers. In the first figure only 2 germ layers are there, that is ectoderm and the endoderm. The light green is the ectoderm and the blue is the endoderm. But in the second figure, this is of the triploblast, and we human beings are triploblasts. So we are having 3 germ layers. So that is why there are 3 germ layers. What are they? The outer one, that is the green color, is the ectoderm. The middle one, that is the red one, is the mesoderm, and the blue one is the endoderm. Is it clear? So all this you have already studied in grade 9. Now we'll move on to the next phase, that is called as organogenesis. Now with the help of these 3 germ layers, the tissue formation will take place. Now the tissues will join to form organs, and then organs will join to form organ system, and this is how the whole embryonic development will take place inside the mother's body. Is it clear? And this process is known as organogenesis. Organogenesis means formation of organs, and which will finally lead to the formation of organ system, and finally will make a complete individual. The last step is parthuation. This is the last and important phase. What will happen in this phase? When the fully mature embryo, when the embryo matures completely, then this fully mature embryo will expel out of the female body, and this process is known as parturition. So parturition is expelling of the fully developed embryo from the female body. So this completes the whole phase in the human reproductive system. So there are 9 phases in the human reproductive system. The first phase is the formation of gamete, that is called as gametogenesis. The second phase is insemination, that means the transfer of male gamete into the female body. The third is fertilization, fusion of male gamete with the female gamete. The fourth is the division phase, in which the zygote will get divided to form Modula and Blastula. Then the fifth is the implantation. The embryo will get fixed into the mother's uterus, and then placentation, the formation of placenta will take place. Then Blastulation, formation of the 3 germs layer will take place. Then Organogenesis, formation of organs will take place. And finally parturition, that means the completely developed embryo will come out of the female body. Now this whole period from the fertilization till parturition is called as gestation period, and in human it is almost 280 days, and that is 9 months. So my dear student, this is the first topic which we have covered in this session. In the next session we'll move on to the male reproductive system. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.